Yuma, good morning to everyone joining us online and to our wonderful live audience here. Welcome to the 2022 National Simultaneous Storytime event. We are coming to you live from the beautiful foyer here at the National Library of Australia, here on Ngunnawal and Ngambri country in Canberra, Australia. My name is Luke Hickey and I am the Assistant Director General Engagement Branch here at the National Library of Australia. I'd like to begin by acknowledging Australia's First Nations people as the traditional owners and the custodians of this land, and acknowledge their ongoing connection to earth, water and sky. I give my respect to the elders, past and present, and through them to all Australian Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. I'd also like to welcome those watching us here from overseas, and kia ora to our friends over in New Zealand. Before I hand over to this year's chosen book author, Josh Pike, and illustrator, Ronojoy Ghosh, I would like to extend a big thank you to the Australian Library and Information Association and to Scholastic Australia for their continued work to hold this important event. It spreads joy to so many, including us here at the National Library in Canberra, and it truly is one of our favourite days of the year. Thank you too to Josh and Ronojoy for their work in creating this wonderful book. And most importantly, thank you to you, the readers, the parents, the carers, grandparents, guardians, big brothers and sisters, teachers, early learning staff, and all of you who take part in this event today. Without you, it just would not be the same. The magic of National Simultaneous Storytime is that we read the same book at the same time all over the country and across the world. So please join me in welcoming Family Tree author Josh Pike and illustrator Ronojoy Ghosh to announce the official reading numbers and to start the countdown.
Hello everybody. How are you all? Hello, are you good? Excellent. Hey, while we're doing a bit of an intro, you guys are going to read the book along with us, so why don't you all take out your book from your plastic sleeves there. We'll get that done now so it doesn't make a big noise later on. Get prepared for your reading. So I just want to also acknowledge the Ngunnawal people, pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, very important to do so, and to say thank you to everybody here that's reading. Thank you to Ronojoy Ghosh, who illustrated this book so beautifully. Thank you to Alia, Lianza, Scholastic, and of course, the absolutely beautiful National Library of Australia. Isn't it a beautiful building, everyone? Hey? Yes! All right, very good. So, we're really, really excited to announce that this year, the ALIA National Simultaneous Storytime book, Family Tree, is going to be read by over 2 million people. 2 million. That's a big number, right? Yeah, so to break it down, it's going to be 2,186,347 people reading this book, the same book that you've all got in your hands, at exactly the same time. That's very special. And if you think about all the different people all over the world reading this book, you guys are connected with them for one brief moment. So it's a really special thing to be part of. Now, in terms of who's going to be reading it around the world, there's 59,038 locations that have registered to be reading this book. So that's in Australia, in New Zealand, of course. Hello, everybody in New Zealand. In the UK, the US, China, Fiji, in India, Indonesia, and many, many more places. So we've got a minute until we start the countdown. Are you guys ready? Why don't you all get prepared by opening your books to the first page of writing. Can you see those beautiful gum trees? Yeah, keep turning. Next one. Next one. That's it. And we're all going to start on this page, all right? That's the one, mate. Yeah, hold it up. Let's see. No, you don't have to hold it up if it's a bit too heavy. That's all right. That looks amazing. Aren't these illustrations just superb? So we're almost there. We've got how long? About 5 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with a cheer. Yay! Hello, everybody. We're going to read Family Tree by me, Josh Pike, beautifully illustrated by Ronojoy Gosh. Here we go. It started with a seed, and that seed was me. I grew day by day as red bricks were laid. And can you see the little tiny tree being in the jar with its roots are starting to form? My roots dug deep as the walls climbed to meet a red roof with a chimney on top. And over time, laughter filled my garden. You see this little girl, she's learning to walk in the garden. She's laughing and learning. Little hands reached higher and higher, leaving little scars in my trunk. A heart, an arrow. I think we can see a heart and an arrow on this tree here as well. Seasons came and went, feast and famine, drought and storms. Laughter, tears, silence, song. You guys are reading this beautifully along with us. Our roots dug deeper. Our roots grew strong. Until one day, those little hands grew too big for my branches. I was outgrown. And I think it's the little girl has grown up now and she's driving away to make her own life, which none of you guys will do. You'll always live with your parents. I understand. That's great. So for a time, they were gone to grow their own trees in their own gardens. Look at this fantastic street scene, all the beautiful food, different types of people walking down the street, different activities, lots of different colours. My own seeds too caught the wind to fly from my boughs and dance upon the air. So the tree is spreading her life all around the world as well. To settle in lands I wouldn't see and couldn't know. Forever away, forever my own. Exploring the world, learning different things, having lots of diverse experiences. But then, in bursts, like flashes of brilliant golden light, little laughter returned, little voices. A heart, they sang, an arrow. Little hands, brand new but known. New scars too, that hurt not one little bit. And my branches were strong under those little hands, my boughs wide under those little feet, those little lives. That bit always makes me cry just a little bit. I grew again. I reached my branches towards the sun so that they could climb higher, ever higher, and they did. Can you see that? Reaching for the stars. It started with a seed, and that seed was me. The end. Wow, thank you. What a thrill, hey? What a thrill to know that around the world, 2,186,347 people were reading that book along with us. You want to give them a big shout out and a wave? Hello, everybody out there. Now, I thought it would be a really lovely idea to talk to Ronojoy about the illustrations, because anybody that writes books will tell you, if they're like me and they don't have the skills of illustration, that the illustrations bring so much to the book. I would say more than 50%, to be honest. They bring a depth and empathy to the words, which is very, very special, and something I'm very, very grateful for.
Thank you.
I thought we'd talk to Ronojoy a little bit about his process about illustrating. What do you think? Should we ask Ronojoy some questions?
Yeah, go for it. Can everyone hear me? Yay! Welcome.
So my first question to you is, when you get a text from an author like myself, how do you even start the process of drawing the pictures?
Well, I think I see the words in my mind's eye, and I wonder if everyone sees text like that. Every time I read words, I start seeing pictures. So when I saw Josh's words, immediately I started seeing pictures in my head, and I got really excited.
Oh, that's
and I
good.
wanted to put them on paper. So that's how my mind works.
What were the first sort of pictures that you saw in your head with this book in particular?
I think it was the tree. I think definitely I have a very big eucalyptus tree growing in front of my house, and it drops really big branches on my roof, and I get very scared at night. But I love that tree also, you know. So I saw that. I saw the red brick wall. These are all things that I've experienced, so I wanted to share it with everyone.
That's very cool to know. And speaking of experience, I wanted to ask, how your own family tree and your own lived experience influenced how you drew all these wonderful characters and wonderful streetscapes, beautiful illustrations in this book, Family Tree.
Sure. So I am originally from India, and then I have lived in a few different countries. I've lived in Indonesia, Singapore, New Zealand, and Australia. But when my son was born, my wife and I wanted to give him a place to call home. We wanted to give him roots, so he could come back home. So the book sort of, was very, very reflective of my own life, my own family tree, my family. It really resonated with me. I could see myself and my family in that book. And I wonder if you guys can see your families. I tried to include lots and lots of different people, animals, cockatoos, possums, everything that I could possibly imagine and wanted to put in there.
Okay, that's a great question. When you read Family Tree, do you see yourself in the book? Do you feel like it's a book that could be related to your own families? Yeah? Can we get a big yes? Yeah! Hey! Well, I think that's a fantastic explanation of how you start to draw illustrations based on text. I'm wondering if you guys, do you ever draw? Are you drawers?
Yeah, very nice.
Oh, isn't that fantastic to know that you could one day be up here like Ronojoy Ghosh talking about a book that you've illustrated and reading it in front of, by that time, it's probably going to be 20 million people.
Absolutely.
What do you reckon? Reach for the stars.
I
now,
think so.
How would you like to hear a song? And for everybody watching at home, we're going to play a song now. I'm going to play a song that I wrote with a woman called Justine Clark. Do you know Justine? Yeah? You do? From Play School and lots of other things? Yeah, you like Justine Clark? So Justine and I are both ambassadors for an organisation called the Indigenous Literacy Foundation. And the ILF takes books out into remote Indigenous communities, and they're often they've been published in over 26 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander languages so far. And this song we wrote together, but also with a fantastic Indigenous opera singer called Deborah Cheetham and the Garawa Indigenous School in the city. And we wrote this song called Words Make the World Go Round. And it's all about how literacy can join us all together. So I feel like it's a really appropriate song to sing, but I'm going to need you guys to help me sing along, okay? Can you do that? You think you've heard that song before? Oh yeah, it's a hit. Don't worry, you would have heard of it. Don't worry about that. Now, before I get started, because we're going to end on this song, I just want to give a huge heartfelt thanks, first and foremost, to Ronojoy Ghosh for creating such beautiful illustrations for my book. Obviously, an enormous thanks. It's such an honour to be part of this, so an enormous thanks from both of us to Alia. It's just been, honestly, a career highlight for me, so thank you so much. Also, Lianza, the New Zealand Library and Information Association over in New Zealand. Hello, everybody over there. Obviously, Scholastic, who's put this book out into all your hands today, but all around the country. And last but not least, the amazing National Library of Australia. So give it up for all of those wonderful organisations that have made this whole thing possible. Now, this is a song called Words Make the World Go Round. There's a few bits and pieces that you guys need to sing along with me. Can you do that? One of them is the chorus, and it goes like this. Words make the world go round. Okay, can you sing that with me? Let's give it a try. Words make the world go round. Very good. You're going to do it louder though, okay? This is the time to get all your sillies out, all right? So do it real loud. Here we go. Words make the world go round. That was immediately fantastic. Okay, now the next one is, how do you spell love? L-O-V-E. So just so you know, love is spelled L-O-V-E, okay? How do you spell love? L-O-V-E. Now, next one is, how do you spell life? L-I-F-E. Okay? Those are the bits that you're going to sing. There's another call and response bit, but we'll get to that later. Do you guys know what call and response is? It's when I sing something, so I could sing, hello, how are you today? And you sing? No. Maybe that was the wrong example to use. So you sing the same thing back to me. So I say, hello, how are you today? And you sing? Much better. I mean, although I acknowledge the confusion. Then I say, we're all here at the National Library. And you say, I'm a little bit hungry, where's my recess? And then you say, I just got this free book, this is the best day of my life. And then you say, when's this kind of old guy gonna start singing the proper song? All right, you get the concept, that's great. All right, here we go, we're gonna sing the song. L is a letter, love is a word, paints a picture of the world. And the world is a planet, and we're all hanging out in space. Words can solve the puzzle of this complicated place. Here we go for the chorus. How do you spell love? L-O-V-E. How do you spell life? Louder. L-I-F-E. We sing them or we speak them. Words will change the world. That's why they're so intriguing. Words ask questions like what happens in the end. Words tell stories, so settle in. And a book is like a movie, but it's playing in your head. You don't have to be alone, 'cause words will be your friends. Here we go. So how do you spell love? Let me hear. L-O-V-E. How do you spell life? Again. L-I-F-E. We sing them or we speak them. Words will change the world. That's why they're so intriguing. All right, here's the chorus. Words make the world go round. That's it, that's all you gotta do. Words make the world go round. All right, even louder. Words make the world go round. One more time, even louder. Words make the world go round. Now, this is the call and response bit. We write them or we read them. We sing them or we speak them. And how do you spell love? L-O-V-E. How do you spell life? L-I-F-E. Last one. How do you spell love? And the loudest. L-O-V-E. Rock and roll ending. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.